Alright, I think we are officially live. At least I think so. Let me just double check. Because I love to double check that I'm doing everything that I should be doing. We are live. Hi everyone, and you can hear me. It's the most successful opening to a stream we've had in quite a while. Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to another one of the weekly Nomad developer streams where I, one of the people that work at Nomad Games, play some video games. Those crazy newfangled video games that the kids are always talking about. It's going to bug me if I don't fix this. Okay, cool. Needed bringing up just a little bit. Proper bug me if I didn't fix that. I'd just be sat there going, why does it not look right? I think that needs to a smidge. Okay, cool. I think we've got everything sorted. My need to have everything in the right position has been filled. Howdy, Twee3 Brick. I wonder if I'm saying that right. Twee3 Brick? TW3 Brick? Or The Brick? Never know. I never know. But what I do know is that today we're going to be playing some Talisman Digital Edition, because out of all the games that I stream here on the Nomad Discord, Talisman's the most popular. Talisman's always the most popular. Which lines up with our experience because Talisman is our most popular game. Not by the big fair margin. So today I'm going to be doing something in the spirit of it being ridiculously warm outside. I am going to play some Talisman Digital Edition with the Firelands expansion. I don't want to be a warlock. Actually, I quite enjoyed being the warlock last time. Don't know if I want to be him again. Yeah, warlock's one of those guys that looks really evil, but for some reason is not. Don't know. Couldn't explain it to you. Alright. Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I'm trying to stream a video game, but I'm not doing the most successful job. Alright. Firelands, that's what I'm turning on. So we're not playing with the Reaper. Play with all the corners, and then I don't... no, I didn't have anything, just brick will do. I'm a retired bricklayer. Brick, I can do brick. Brick's the easiest one out of all of them. Yeah, because I remember, because you're super excited for Catan, right? Like, I remember every time you've come to us, you're just like, when's that Catan coming? And it's coming. It's coming. Don't you worry. Let's enable the Firelands. Yeah, because it's dead hot in the UK. It seems to have calmed down a little bit now. But yeah, it wasn't yesterday, it's the day before. It was 40 degrees. And it's not nice. Like, I know for a lot of people in other countries that doesn't seem that much, but because of how humid it is here in the UK, and because of the way our houses are designed, it's absolutely grim. Absolutely grim. I think it's a combination of... I've been playing a max-sized MP game with a bunch of friends who've never played Talisman before. They're all loving it. So the amazing work bringing the adaptation to life. I hope to see more content in the future. First of all, thank you for the kind words. Always appreciate kind words. Yeah, more content for the future is definitely on the cards. We basically, I think I've talked about this a bit before. Basically, we need to actually find the time to sit down and decide what we're going to be doing. with Talisman in the future. Because right now we have Catan that we're working on, as Brick will testify. We've been working on that for a while. I think since the start of the year. Actually, we were working on it a little bit. Yeah, we were working on it a little bit before then. But we only announced it at the start of the year. So currently we're like properly into that. We've got one secret project that is very close to coming out. I'm pretty sure I can say that. I'm pretty sure. Before you get too excited, it's a companion app that we're making, which is something we've never done before. And I believe I'll be able to talk about that in more detail fairly soon. But we also have another secret project, which is a much bigger project that we're working on that we definitely can't talk about. But that's another digital board game adaptation that we're currently working on that, like I said, can't talk about just yet. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. We're only 13 people. We had an all-staff meeting today, and I remembered the fact that literally the Nomad team is 13 people entirely, which is ridiculous when you stop and think about it. Like, one more than a dozen, and we've got a bunch of games that we're already supporting, new games that we're working on. It's just a lot going on. So what was I talking about? Oh, Vermin. Yeah, I guess you're not the person to complain about hot weather too, if you're living in Australia. Right. Yeah, you're being very patient, which we appreciate massively. I still need to reach out to you at some point because we basically want to do a Catan player survey where we ask players what they want to see, what they expect from Catan on console. And before we send that out to everyone, I want to run it past some like proper invested players. So you fit that bill, absolutely. Let's have a look at who I want to play. I might as well play as someone from the Firelands expansion because I've not played as them a huge amount. Count towards your carry capacity. Enemy battle tick as a trophy. Ooh, that's quite cool. So we just sort of like keep whirling through people. Add 1 to your strength during battle. Oh, that's kind of cool. Who's left? So it's basically just grabs a lot of followers and uses them as a resource. Interesting. Normally, missing 1 fate, stay in your current space and encounter it. Interesting. Give me 2 spells. Fate to draw 1 spell. Hello again went from Twitch to YouTube. That's alright, we're in both places. So we've got you covered. Also, hi anyone that's watching on Steam as well. Because that's another place where that's beaming my face across the internet. Alright, I'm going to try the Warlord. And I'm going to try... So something that we were talking about on the Nomad Discord I think it was earlier this week or last week, can't remember. We were talking about the fact that we've got the house rules that you can use to change the trophy value. So in the normal game, you need to get up to 7 on your trophy values before you can trade them in. Snowballs from there. So what we implemented was the ability to... Oh, however, we lost stream. Am I still here? Am I still alive? Believe my Twitch has proceeded to die. Right. Think we're back? Think we're all good? So, another thing that I keep forgetting to do is the fact that Restream, which I use to monitor how all the different things automatically plays the stream if I open up the window. So the main issue there is the fact that I'm streaming, but also using all my bandwidth to play my own stream, which I don't really need to do. So I've stopped that now. So I think we're all good. Yeah, thanks for all the love for Horus Heresy. We really enjoyed making that. I know a lot of people in the Nomad office are proper big Warhammer nuts. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was explaining about the incremental value. So basically, if you turn this on, each time you trade trophies, the requirements increase by 1. So it starts up at 5, 6, 7, goes up and up. And it's a good way to combat that snowballing that can happen in Talisman. So since we've added that, I've basically always... I say that. There's evidence of me not using it. But I'm going to start using it because I think it'll be a really good way of showing it off. So... Right. Cool. I'd like Light Fate, please. Alright. Seem to be stable now. Good. Yeah, let me know if there's any other issues, and I'll try and figure out what's going wrong. Fingers crossed. Nothing's going wrong. Alright. Oh. Say that, and then immediately make something go wrong. Yeah, I might... See, I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been thinking about streaming Horus Heresy, but it's a bit of a weird one because I almost don't want to... I don't want someone to watch it and be like, oh, this looks really cool. Can I play this? And I'm like, no, you can't. Unfortunately, it's not available. You may have 1 goal to choose a character from an alignment of your choice. Nah, don't really need that. Don't really need that. But yeah, for anyone that isn't aware, we made Talisman the Horus Heresy, but then had to take it off storefronts. And the main reason for that was because the license was up for renewal. And basically it was costing us more to keep the license going than it was to actually... than the game was making, basically. So it was costing us money to keep the Horus Heresy on sale, which is obviously not a very good position to be in. So yeah, we had to make that tough choice, but if anyone wants to know why, that's the reason. I've got another question. Would you guys possibly do a Talisman expansion that connects to the Woodland and Highland together? So we've got a list of like features and stuff for Talisman. And one of the two most popular things that people request is either the, like you've asked for, something that connects the woodland and highland together, and adding the ability to have multiple online saves. So you've just added one more to the pile, basically. We'd definitely like to do it. We know that it's something that people really want. So that's a good reason to do anything, isn't it? But we just never got around to actually sitting down and saying, okay, let's do this. For anyone that's been following us for a long while, they'll know that ages ago we announced the Deep Sea expansion, which was a planned expansion that would have connected those two things. Long story short, we announced it way too early, before we'd even like properly committed to, okay, we're going to spend this long doing it. So it's still possible, could be the Deep Sea, might be something else. But yeah, we know that it's a very highly requested community thing, so it's fairly high on our list of things that we could do next for Talisman. Alright, what do I want to do? Let's go Path of Wisdom. If I'm going in here to... hey, Geeky Chappy. Hey, Freecy. You joined earlier, but I didn't say hi. How rude of me. Thieving Piskies. Piskies? Not Pixies. Piskies. Stream keeps buffering. Not sure if it's my end or not. Is anyone else having any issues? If so, I can look into what's causing all this nonsense. Right. I should be coming back. Alright. I'm going to pause for a second while we try and sort out this nonsense. Right. I should be back. So I'm back on YouTube. It's taken a while for Twitch to come through. So should be all good. Yeah. Just want to make sure this is sorted, because there's no point in me doing a stream if the whole time I'm just like it. So looks like I'm getting back there on Twitch. It's taking a while for the old data to get pushed through the internet pipes. Yeah, so you started with Horus Heresy and then went on to the rest of Talisman. It's a good way of doing it. Start off with very intense Warhammer stuff and then go to cool fantasy. Seems like you're back now, yeah. Cool. Seem to be a bit more stable. Alright, let's roll die and see how we go. See how we go both in terms of actually winning a game and staying on the stream. Oh. I may have spoken too soon. Don't speak too soon. Oh, I'm going to die as well. Nope, I keep cutting out. Why do I keep... Alright. Let me check that I'm not weirdly downloading something in the background. I don't think I would be. See, I've got Photoshop open. That shouldn't be a problem. It's not like Photoshop uses a huge amount of internet. Services, no details. performance. Yeah, all seems to be fine on my end. Interesting. Weird, and I don't like it, because I don't like being all buffery and jittery. I've been playing Talisman since 4th edition was released, have all expansions and a couple of community expansions as well. So play Warhammer and MTG, more Commander. 1 second. While I'm buffering. I need to go under my green screen. Hey. Just slightly off camera. So I've got 2 Commander decks. One Jaya Ballard, the Task Mage. One of my mono red control. Pretty out there, but is your system overheating? I don't think so. No, everything seems fine. Yeah, everything seems fine. Yeah, GPU temperatures are all within reasonable limits. And then what else do I have? I'm just showing off my magic cards now. One of my commanders, Mael the Anima. I've had this for absolute years. I've had this since I was like a teenager. I'm 30 now, so. And then good old Queen Marchesa. Haven't actually played any in-person Magic for absolutely ages, just because of COVID and life and all that stuff. But really like to. Also, this was all a distraction from the fact that I died. I say died. I got smacked in the head. But what can you do other than complain? I've rolled 81s. Yeah, we added that so that people would stop claiming that the dice were rigged. Right, let me... My green screen's gone all... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Alright. We run a very professional program here at Nomad Games. I'd like everyone to agree to that. Green screen filter. Alright, that needs to go up. Cool. Professionals. Me professional. Everyone else not so much. Alright. Everyone's losing to Verandi? Vadini? Vadoodoo? Very pixelated on YouTube. Why is it so... I've not changed anything. I've got a lot of dropped frames. Is it? Apologies that you have to go on this adventure of buffering with me. I don't know why it's... Yeah, output mode. Don't know why it's so unhappy with me. It's so weird. Because there's nothing I can see on my end that's like obviously causing a streaming issue. If someone will make a League of Talisman, like already existing League of Dracula, then I'll join. That's a very good... yeah, we've not actually... Well, I believe a while ago there was a Talisman tournament that was organised by some people in the community. Let me go onto my Discord and double check what that was called. Yes, Talisman Europe League. But that hasn't been active since March of 2020. That was organised by Potterman, who members of the Talisman community on Steam or Discord will probably recognise the name. But yeah, it looks like that hasn't been active for a fair while. So yeah, I think it's just been probably the way that the world is. Lose one, no, discard one of your objects. I don't have any objects, so that's fine. A couple of Talisman leagues, but unsure how active their organisers are nowadays. Yeah, I think it's a combination of COVID and people finding the time to do it. So nothing's really kicked off just yet, but if people want to organise a Talisman league, I'm more than happy to facilitate that. Like, I'm more than happy to set up a channel on the Nomad Discord, which you should absolutely join, by the way, because it's full of really cool people like me. Yeah. So if anyone wants to do that, or I can start talking to some community people about putting that together. Yeah. I think once the Fury of Dracula League's over, we can have a look at what to do based on that. But that's not starting until September. So, might see if I can do something before then, because I know we have a lot of big Talisman fans, to put it lightly. We've got a lot of people that really like a Talisman. So let's move into the woodland a bit more. I'll take a whetstone. Not a wet stone, a whetstone. Big difference. Alright. Let me just double check actually. Yeah, cool. Just double checking something. Yeah, I think there's probably some stuff that we can do as a company to better support those kind of incentives. So yeah, leave it with me. I'll add it to my list of cool things that we should do. Move my keys out of the way. Because I've noticed that on my Steam dashboard, I keep seeing Valve doing a lot of events with Team Fortress 2, like tournaments and things like that. So might see what we can do about that. See what kind of prize pool, because obviously the big thing for Team Fortress is it's dead easy for them to give prizes, because they can just give away key already has a purpose in the game. Which expansion is that in a region from? I believe it's from the Cataclysm. Someone will probably correct me. Why am I going against strong 6? That's fine. Can't do the math. Is that a draw? Oh, it's annoying. Cataclysm, yeah. I thought it was the Cataclysm, but I wasn't 100% sure, because it's a bit just because I always look at that in a region and I want to call it the Frost Marsh just because it looks so frosty, which makes sense. But yeah, you're right, it is the Cataclysm. Right. Getting those annoying little sparkly things. So let's see what I can do about that. Because we run a professional ship here at Nomad. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out of my life. Nearly there. Nearly there. Alright, cool. Does mean I have to go slightly more this way, but that's fine. I can do that. Alright, cool. Whetstone gives me an idea for Subverting Expectations expansion. Yes, for anyone that doesn't know, IA3G is Jethro, one of the developers here at Nomad. So you committed to it now in public, Jethro. You've said it's given you an idea. So Gazbitok asks, will there be another expansion for the online game? Eventually, yes. When? It's very hard to say. Like I was saying earlier on the stream, there's 13 of us here at Nomad, and we're currently knee deep in Catan digital for console. So we need to find the time to actually sit down and say, okay, what does the next load of content for Talisman actually look like? Because we've narrowed it down, because we know we don't want to do any more legendary decks. The legendary decks did fine, but we know that it's not what people really wanted. They just sort of filled a bit of a gap. Like, we know people still really enjoyed it, but it's not as meaty as a proper expansion. So basically we need to actually sit and go, okay, what are we doing? What kind of expansion are we making? Is it a series of mini expansions or another like full-sized expansion? What are we gonna do? So yeah, basically short answer, yes. It's definitely something that we want to do, and definitely something that we'd really like. We want to keep making cool stuff for Talisman because there's so many opportunities to make cool things, but we also need to figure out what that actually look like. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Like I said, don't know when, just because we're massively swamped, to be honest, here at Nomad. Not in a bad way, like we've just got a lot of stuff that we need to do. So we need to properly prioritize what we're doing and what we're not doing. Also, yay for picture being much better. I literally didn't change anything, so I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that it's working a bit better now. Alright, let's go further into the woodland. I'd like a light fate, please. Oh, I'll take an elven bow. Nice. Nice. Remember, kids, stay hydrated. It's too warm. It's far too warm. Yeah, see, previously we've had people ask those questions, and it's just sort of been like, oh, well, maybe, you know, depends if people want it. And we've given quite vague answers. And I know a lot of other games companies that sort of give vague answers, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I think this is one of the for anyone that doesn't know, I'm the sole marketing person here at Nomad. So I'm responsible for marketing and publishing, which is a lot because there's a lot that needs doing. But it means that I don't have to worry about, oh, should I say something that I shouldn't say? Or, oh, is there things that I can talk about and things that I can't talk about? Because the only person that talks about stuff at Nomad is me, really. So it's both a blessing and a bit of a curse. If you're all doubles, has you all the difference between each die result? Oh, okay, so I only draw one card. That's fine. A Stronk Lion. Well, I've got my bow, so I'll be able to smack you. Yeah, basically, I just want to be as open and honest with you all as I can be, because that's what I want from games companies, as a person that plays a lot of video games. So that's the least I can do. Like, be the change you want to see and all that nonsense. So, yeah. Anyone else has any other questions about Talisman that you want to ask? Ask away and I'll answer to the best of my ability. Like I always do. But yeah, if anyone else is interested in a League of Talisman, definitely let me know on the Discord, because it shouldn't be too bad to set that up. Like, basically we just need to... We've already done it with Fury of Dracula. Like, we just set up the brackets, set up how it's going to run, and then go from there. So, yeah. For anyone that's watching that's actually taking part in the League of Fury, I had a bit of a brainwave the other day where I remembered that when we launched Fury of Dracula onto Steam, we had kits that we sent out to influencers and people that do things online, basically. And I remembered that in the office, we still have some art prints and basically other stuff that we've got knocking around that we never actually ended up sending. So to work out how we're going to figure out who the overall winner is of the League of Fury, and then if they're happy for me to send it to them, I'll gather together some cool Fury of Dracula stuff that we've got laying about that we can then gain a strength, please. Yeah, I'll get some cool Fury of Dracula stuff that we've got laying about, and then post it to them as like a congratulations, you won, here's some stuff. Because everyone likes stuff. What is your preferred method of character selection? Choose your own, random, or choose from a random selection? I quite like choose from a random selection, just because it means that it's not just, oh, well, I'm going to pick the best character, and it's also not, oh, well, I've been left with this character that I don't really like. Like, choosing from a limited pool, I think, is the best way of doing it, because it means that not every game you're going to play as the same character. But also you do have some control over it, so that's why that's my favourite way of doing it. I'm assuming other people have favourites, but from what I've seen, that seems to be the agreed on, like, no, this is a good way of doing it. Seems like the recent Talisman Humble Bundle did really well. It did. We're very happy with it. Humble were very happy with it as well, which is always nice. So, yeah, we had a nice little chat after the bundle had finished, and we were like, we're all really happy, and they were all like, we're all really happy as well. So that's what you want. But yeah, we did see quite an uptick in player counts because of it. Can confirm that did happen. So if you've seen more people, draw one adventure card. This isn't enemy or place. Add to this space. try that. Yeah, we definitely saw more people getting on board with Talisman, so that's always good. I mean, that's to, again, give you some insight into why we do the things that we do. One of the reasons why we put the bottom tier as just Talisman is because we're really big fans of the DLC sharing system that we've got. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you're playing online and one of you has an expansion, everyone that's in the lobby can use it. So I think I talked about this on the when it came out, but one of the things that we really like is the fact that we know there's game groups where they go, oh, we should all play Talisman, and they can do that by one person just getting everything, and then everyone else only needs the base game. Means that there's less of investment for playgroups. Let's have a look. Let's have this. Alright, Craft 4 versus Craft 4. Let's see what we got. Ooh, just. A simple spell. Okay, cool. Basically just cycle through spells. I spend fate. It's alright. Are all characters shared as well? I always use the pick through random character shuffle because it seems to be the only way for other players to select characters for expansions they don't have. So that's the only thing we don't enable. That is, yeah. Basically, we allow you to play with the expansions, but we don't allow you to select the characters because you need to have the characters. You can do it through random character shuffle. So if you do it that way, people can play with characters from the other expansions. But we haven't enabled it so that you can pick your own character if you don't own the expansion. Partly because of technical reasons, just because it's easier to let the host decide what's turned on and what's turned off, and have it so that they're the ones that set everything. What was I saying? Yeah, it's easier for the host to set all the expansions because they're the only ones that are doing it. But everyone gets to choose their character, so we need to make sure that everyone has the right expansion to be able to make that choice. Because otherwise you might end up in situations where players can use characters from expansions they don't own in other situations. So it's a bit of a mess of code. Not a coder. And one of the other reasons that that's the case is because we still want to offer some kind of incentive for you to own the expansions. The entire expansion if someone else in the party or in the online match has it. But we still want to offer something as an incentive to actually purchase it. No character without destiny. We have the Sword of Destiny. Well, I don't have a density. Alright, discard my current path. Hey Foxbird, welcome to the stream. Does that apply to cross-platform or just same platform multiplayer? So that does apply to cross-platform. So the platforms that support it, i.e. Switch, mobile and PC, it applies to those. other platforms where you can only play against that platform. So, for example, PlayStation and Xbox and Windows, you can still share your expansions on that if you're playing online, but you can't crossplay with those, if that makes sense. Is that option for Steam or just where the Humble Bundle was stolen? No, that's on Steam. Yeah, that's works on Steam. So if you're playing online with someone else on Steam and they have expansions that you don't, you can still enable them. Yeah, I think one of the reasons that we did that, because what we wanted to stop was, I don't know if people remember, this might be too old of a reference, which makes me feel super old, but I remember when the earlier Call of Duty games, I don't know if they still do it now, they released map packs, and you could only play in certain modes if you had those map packs. So it meant that it properly like split the community, and we don't want to split the community for Talisman like that. Like, we don't want people to be like, oh well, I was going to play with my friends, but turns out they have expansions that I don't, and now I'm forced to buy them. Like, we don't want to force you to buy anything, because that just feels bad on everyone's part. Yeah, hope that answered your question. Thanks, Tom, the Ancient One. You're so welcome. Oh. I got stabbed by a unicorn. Can't believe I got stabbed by a unicorn. Back in my... Exactly. You know, when I was playing those retro games like Call of Duty. You cannot cast spells. Right, who's got spells? Anyone got spells? No one's really got any spells. Sad. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, my last name is Young, which is, as I get older and older, more and more of a, like, I'm older than you, Tom. Funny story, actually. We're speaking about age. So, 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend's mum came over because it was a birthday. And we bought like a big birthday cake for her. And we're like, all right, cool. Let's put the candles on. Let's light the candles. So we go to light the candles and then realise that we can't find the matches. Yeah, so we can't find the matches anywhere. So we end up having to give her the birthday cake with unlit candles on it. And I'm like, just pretend that it's lit. She found it funny, so it was fine. But we also then, I was like, all right, well, can't find them. There might be somewhere in the house, but we've looked everywhere. So let's just, I'll just buy some new ones. So last weekend, I go to one of the supermarkets here in the UK, and I just pick up some stuff, like potatoes, some snacks, stuff like that, some peppers, and just a bit of a small grocery shop, basically. And I go up to the counter, and I, like, put all my things on, and I'm like, okay, do the thing. She scans the matches, and then sort of looks at me, she's like, I'm like, yes. She's like, and she taps the shoulder of the person that's like sitting on the other side, and she's like, what do you think? And she's like, got any ID? I'm like, no, because I didn't expect to need ID. So they're like, don't think you're old enough to have these. Bear in mind, I'm 30. So I'm like, okay, well, if that's the case, that's fine. But, you know, I am old enough to have these. And they were like, okay, how old are you then? I told them I'm 30, and I think I just made them believe me even less. They were like, nah, you're lying. Can't be 30. Yeah, challenge 25. So apparently I look less than 25, which I'll take as a compliment. So, yeah. Turns out I couldn't buy matches. I was very annoyed. And then, the next day, I was like, oh, I'll go to another shop and I'll take my ID this time. Just in case. Just in case they ID me again. And I go up to the counter and I'm like, some matches please. And the guy behind the counter's like, so I was like, here's my ID. Here's proof that I'm as old as I say I am. But it's not a bad problem to have, to be fair. Like, there's worse things that can happen to you. So yeah, I'm fine with looking younger than I actually am. Not the worst problem in the world. Yeah, I'd never heard of being carded for matches before, but apparently it's a thing. I was also talking to a friend, and we brought up the point that was like, yeah, because, you know, once you reach the age of 21, and you're like, all those pyromaniac tendencies, you just grow out of it. You just forget that you ever were into that. You know, setting fire to random things. It's a young man's game. These old folk, they've got time for it. So yeah, very weird. Oh, my talisman went too large. I worked in retail. You do have to ask ID for anyone who looks 25 or younger buying knives, etc. Would definitely ask for yours. Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah. Definitely a baby face. But that's alright. Have you got a follower? You do! Oh, can I smack you in the face? Oh, I'd like to smack you in the face. Retrospect, that sounds like the responsible thing to do as a society. Yeah, like, I'm glad that I'm much rather be checked than not, to be honest. Let's have a strength battle. What's this do again? Love potion. Interesting. The Cloak of Feathers plus Haversack combo. Reached the Crown of Command, uncovered the War of Seasons ending, went to the woodland, used Cloak of Feather again, and defeated a round with Cataclysms invade. Nice. Yeah, that's alright. We've all been there. Yeah, what is the I can't remember the Cloak of Feathers plus Haversack combo off the top of my head. I know that it does something that's like super strong, but I can't remember exactly what it is. I'll take your friend, please. I'll take your friend. They're my friend now. I forgot what's my runebound path. So people need to have spell. I think anyone. Oh, he's got a spell. There's 2 spells about, so it's not the most inconceivable. Moments like those are very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool moments that happen in Talisman. Like, I think that's one of the things that I like most about Talisman, is that there's a lot of board games that sort of just generate moments, and I think Talisman's really one of them. Talisman's one of those games where some things will just happen and you'll be like, oh my god. Next time I see all my friends, I need to tell them about this. Oh, my face. Right, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do in Talisman like that. Use the Cloak of Feathers at the Plane of Peril and keep the cloak by using the haversack. That's the combo. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. For me, there's quite a lot of stuff that you can do in Talisman. Just keeping track of it all's quite the challenge. Also, I once again realised that all this time I've not really been commenting on what's been happening in the game. Basically, I've just gone into the woodland and trying to get myself a bit strong. What's the ending? A hidden ending. Could be anything. Could be absolutely anything. Let's use a bow and smack this guy out of the sky. Alright, trade trophies. What have we got? Craft trophies? Yeah, let's trade for craft. I still had trophies that I could trade. Oh! Absolute fool. I'd forgot that I'd changed the base trophy value. Would you do a PvP stream? Yes. In fact, that's something that we've done previously. I'm sure it's archived footage on YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, basically we've been streaming for a couple of months now. And what I've sort of narrowed down as the schedule for these is we stream every single Thursday. Once a month we'll do a digital board game that isn't a Nomad game. So for example, last month we did Gloomhaven, and this month we're going to do Wingspan. And then also once a month we'll do a developer versus community stream. So last week was Fury of Dracula, where I took on some of the best players in the community and lost, funnily enough. What have we got here? Alright, let's go this way. Gain some light fate. You can get rid of your fate. Thank you very much. So yeah, started at 5, so now it'll be 6. Wingspan. Yeah, very excited to do some Wingspan. I've actually been playing the physical game quite a bit recently, so I'm excited to dive back into the digital version because I haven't played it for a while. So yeah, That reminds me, I need to reach out to Monster Couch to see if they don't want to do anything to link up with us. Because when we did the Gloomhaven stream, I chatted a lot to the Gloomhaven marketing team, the team over there, because obviously we're streaming it, so it makes sense for them to promote us streaming it. And it's also just a really good way of like all the digital board game developers that are around, just chat with each other, get to know each other a bit better, understand what the contexts are. So yeah, need to reach out to them because we already have quite a good relationship with Monster Couch. I've chatted with the CEO quite a bit. He's a really cool guy. I need to reach out and see if they can, if they want to guest or play against me or anything like that. See what they're up for doing. Contact Wingspan peeps. Cool. That way I'll remember to do it. Oh, is that stuff? That was just a gold. I don't want to go there for a gold. Have you got anything interesting? No, because you're Toad, aren't you? Well, I'm just going to go here. Because then I can gain a fate. Oh. Strength 5/1. I didn't read that. Come back. Come back. I need to see that. Where is it? Right. A room-bound path, and I have the Doomed. Increase your strength by 1, fate value by 1. You've got a flash like fate. So I can stop people from getting life back. That's quite cool. I usually play a Wingspan in the morning to get my brain to wake up. Good way of doing it. A lot of people do a Wordle, but Wingspan also works. Excited for the next Wingspan expansion. I haven't been keeping up with what, because I know that they released the European Birds expansion. Or is it Oceania? Can't remember. Yeah, I need to sleeve my cards. Seems like a hell of a job, but I'm sure I can put a movie on in the background and just sleeve up all my birds. A brownie, not the tasty kind. The fey kind. What you do, an elf? Right, you've got a spell, so if I can get another spell somehow. Oh, actually, no, my spell is connected to my wand, so it won't actually count as a spell, I'm assuming? That's my assumption. Draw 3 cards. What we got? What we got? A green man. Can I use my details? Oh, but do I need to... How does this work again? Right. Elven bow, not an elven bow. Where is the thing that's holding this? Where is the thing that's holding this? Book of Binding. No, what is? Have I encountered a bug? I think I might have encountered a bug. Because I remember I picked up. Is it still on the board? Right, I don't want you. Right. Lose a life, that's fine. Ooh, that's a lot of pain coming at my face. Right, what's this do? Reroll the enemy roll the map. Combat with you. Okay, so if I use this to reroll the 5, does it reroll all of them? Oh, it rerolls my dice. Well, I'm dead. Well, a good run, but I'm dead. Sad. Sad. It's doing so well as well. We have 50-ish board games now, and the wife wants more. So we've about a year ago, we moved into our first house. So now we finally have a board game shelf room. So it's getting there. Well, I didn't seem to feel very well in the tray when sleeved, but I've got both European and Oceanic expansions, so it's just tricky to get them all to fit in the box nicely together. Fair. Can't believe I died. Sad. Had so much cool stuff. So much cool stuff. So, I think I'm thinking of the right one. What's the YouTuber that does it? I think it's either Ragnarok's or Charlotte and Wonder, who do a thing where instead of doing sponsors, they specifically call out awful emails that they've been sent where people want stuff from them, and they're like, check out my cool thing, just call me for half an hour and I definitely won't try and sell you things. Ooh. Burn away. Lich got burnt. Sad. So for the past 2 weeks, I want to say, this company called Infernozilla have been repeatedly emailing me, despite me not wanting anything to do with them. So, yeah, I think that was a bug, just to go back to what we were saying. But yeah, Infernozilla keep sending me emails. And their latest desperate attempt was, this is not a sales email. Hang on. Ugh. Talisman's just crashed. Talisman's just crashed. We've got a crash live on air. I've not had that happen on stream before. Right. Where are you? Cool. Talisman Digital Edition. Sorry about that. That was weird. But yeah, for anyone that didn't pick up, we managed to find a bug where I had the wand from the woodland that gives you a spell that's associated with the wand. I lost the wand but didn't lose the spell. And now Talisman's just crashed. So we now have video evidence of two things happening, which is the benefit of me doing these streams, because it means that now our lovely dev team can be like, let's see what actually happened, which is quite nice. Let's rejoin the game. So yeah, Jethro, I know you're watching. I know you're watching with your little peepers. So you got bugs to fix, mate. You got bugs to fix. The Path of Fortune. Yeah, I think it was a bug that we found earlier. Yeah, I can't remember at what point I lost my wand, or if I didn't have the wand in my inventory, because I've been paying a bit of attention to the chat instead of paying to the game, to be honest. But yeah, not sure why that happened. Not sure why that happened. But I believe in our team that they can figure it out. Always. I currently wonder if I'll sleeve my Wingspan game and just get a different box that I decorate as the next nesting box and accessory that they're releasing. Let's roll the dice. There's the wand that I dropped that caused all the problems. Right, so don't spend any fate. Yeah. Okay, so as soon as I have more dark fate than light fate, I ditched the wand. That makes sense as to why I lost it. But what doesn't make sense is why the spell was still showing up in my inventory. So we figured it out. The wand's not working as it should. Since it's 11:20 PM, see you, Tom and chat. Thanks for answering my questions. See you next time. No worries, Dwayne. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to tune in next week because we'll be playing some Wingspan if you're interested in that. And join our Discord because it's full of cool people. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. All right, what are we doing here? Roll the dice. A 1. What even can I do on a 1? Well, I don't want to fight you. Let's go here. Attacked, lose 1 life. That's fine. It's not like that's caused me any issues before. Right. End turn. What's that? The first English print run, Wingspan Asia, will be available both separately and inside the nesting box, which is an organizer meant to fit all the expansions so far in. The other, so we don't need a nesting box. That makes sense. Already in the Discord. So you're already cool. I should have known. I should have known. I was going to say, I just had a quick look on the old Etsy. See if I can get that up. See if I can get that up. Is that a thing I can do? was like, oh, everyone's going to see my bookmarks, but that's fine. Right, has that done it? Yeah, I was about to say I've literally just gone on Etsy to look for Wingspan stuff. And there's a lot of cool things on here that I didn't even know were a thing. But yeah, so you can get little like proper fancy organisers. Might have to invest. Might have to invest. There's a lot of cool things here. What did I see? What did I see earlier? Sure, I saw something on the previous page, which just like looked really cool. But yeah, a lot of cool Wingspan stuff. Highly recommend checking out Etsy for custom board game stuff if anyone hasn't, because they do a lot of really nice things. Well, people that sell on there do a lot of really nice things. All right. Can you not smack me in the face, please? I don't want to get smacked in the face. Oh, why? Why? Stop being so mean. There's no need. There's no need. Alright. Someone's going to ask him a question. Alright, I'm on 1 life. Christ. That'll kill me. So let's not do that. Will this person kill me? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is the worst. Oh? Oh. Success. Alright, so trade this in for the first one. Cool. Cool. Hunter's targeting a player. Don't target me. Mate. Just disappointed. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Oh, you're not fighting me. I was like, it's not fair. But yeah, I bought a lot of custom Magic the Gathering storage and things like that off Etsy. It all tends to be really good. So, highly recommend. Alright, what we got? So I've died. So I'm trying to become the comeback king. Which is one of the reasons why I really like the incremental trophy increase feature, because it means if you do die, it's fairly quick to get back. You're not like, oh my god, it's going to take me absolutely ages to get back in the game. Alright, what we got? Then move to your starting space. Well, that's fine, because I'll move to my starting space, but I'll get my life back, and having my life's quite important to me. If you just got all your other trophies, they'll remain here until killed. A city from the apocalypse, half sunk in the mire. Okay. Ugh. Alright. Should be okay? Yeah, cool. Cool. But then I need to discard one of my other trophies. Sad. Alright, so what are the options here? So if I get 2 or 3, I lose 2 life and discard it. One of the empty streets, a hidden cache, gain 2 gold. Take one of your choice from the purchase deck and discard this card. So I'm really hoping for 10, 11, or 12. Oh, yes, please. All right. Now, good thing is we've got the city enabled, so there's quite a lot of good stuff to get. Great Sword's pretty good. Personal Journal's pretty good. Haversack makes an appearance after we if you roll 6, roll 5, if you roll 1, discard this card. I feel like Personal Journal's probably the best pick at this point. I'm going for it. Don't care if it's the best pick or not. That's the one I've decided is the best pick. Therefore, it's the best pick. I think that's the way it works. I think that's the way it works in Talisman. Right. I need to sort my screen out because all the windows that I have open on this side are far, far too bright. It's starting to like make my eyes go all weird because I'm staring at my screen for too long. Look after your eyes, kids. Don't end up with funky eyes like me. Yeah, so we know that the wand and the spell was a bug, but I'm really not sure what caused the crash. Let's go to the woods. Let's go down to the woods today. Vile Path. And then watch me immediately lose a life. Which one's that? Immediately lose a life. All my fate. That's not the worst. It's pretty bad, but it's not the worst. What are you doing, Ranger? So there's a lot of toads this game. Select a card to give away. You can have the wand. Treat yourself. Give up a gold. Give up a gold. Right. Great. Put all that effort into not losing a life and then lose it anyway. Disappointed. Disappointed. Alright. Let's leave this nonsense world. Ooh, what's here? Ooh, what you got, lad? 2 followers. I'll take those, thank you very much. Light fate to roll a die, you may add 1 to the final result. That seems quite good. I'll take that. Yeah. Once this stream's finished, I'm going to email the Wingspan people and also look into sorting out this League of Talisman. Get a bit of interest going. Sure, I can organise something. At least get the ball rolling. Because we love getting the ball rolling. It's the most fun thing to do. Alright. Coblinio. I always mean to check if that's a Welsh thing. For those that don't know, I am Welsh. But don't know if that is a Welsh name that they're using there. Right. What we got? Lucky coin. Yeah, I'll take a lucky coin. Bit of dark fate protection. Right. We got versus the Fomorian. Everyone's losing lives. This is not me. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's died. No, I think someone else did die. Can't remember who. ADHD brain. It's my excuse. I'm tired. Yeah, I had a pretty busy morning here at Nomad. We've had back-to-back morning meetings, and then I had lunch, and then I pretty much straight jumped on the stream. So, hoping once the stream's over, I've got half an hour in which I can just get some work done. The hardest part with the tournament each year was the organiser managing the growing hall of expansions and establishing which and what rules to use and not. That makes sense. There's so many different house rules involved. And take that personal journal, thank you, because then that means I can trade in a beast. Yeah, can have a look at like how they've set up the Fury of Dracula. Excuse me. The Fury of Dracula rules, because I think they've managed to do it really well. And also there's been a lot of community feedback on the rules, so... Yeah, you just need to establish like rules that everyone agrees on. Should be fine. Alright, what we got? I can either go to the forest or a thicket. I'll go to a thicket, please. It's Titania. I always forget that she's absolutely massive. Like, it's not until you see these ones for scale. might be okay. Not gonna be okay. Ooh, if only I had a fate to reroll. Oh, sad. Sad. Does this not work for you? It is work. But it's just a different kind of work. Because, yeah, can't really do a lot of the other work that I'd normally do. Alright, I'm going to destroy the Toad King. Bye-bye. Maybe I should have got a cup of tea. Very tired. To be fair, I've not been sleeping that well because of the heat here in the UK. It's just a nightmare to try and actually get some sleep. Because for anyone that doesn't know, houses here in the UK are designed to keep heat in. So as soon as it gets warm, it's going to be warm for absolutely ages. It's not fun. Alright. Roll dice. Let's exit this crazy world. I should say let's exit this crazy world. I'll nearly die if I do that. So let's not do that. Finish your path 5 times. Got a new title. Nice. I've heard reroll wouldn't have helped. We know the code says if you roll a 1, reroll will give another 1. Is that what the code says? Because I think that's not true. I've heard that some houses have caught fire in the UK due to the heat. Is that true? Sadly, it is. Apologies, everyone. Someone is apparently on their way to pick up a TV that we're selling, so I might have to drop out at some point. So if I disappear, that's why. Let's have a look. Weirdling, Crossroads. Strength 5. Don't want that. Baba Yaga's hut. What we got there? Lennon. Let's go to the inner woods. Let's do that for ourselves. Do I have a spell? I don't. Sad. Gain a spell. Crack the Earth. I love the artwork on Crack the Earth. Such a cool looking card. Perspective's really nice on it in the artwork. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, if you roll a 1 and re-roll it, you don't always get another 1. It's quite unbelievable, but it's true. timescape in the works. It's true. I need to get back on that timescape grind. Alright, so apparently someone is coming over to pick up the TV. And normally I stream for 2 hours. So there's 15 minutes left. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to owe you guys an extra 15 minutes of Talisman goodness. But I'm sure you can forgive me. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Nomad developer stream. Really appreciate it, as always. We've had quite a good number of people watching today. So yeah, don't forget to follow us on... always forget if it's socials or social. Social. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website. It has all the cool news that we've... but all those bad reviews said otherwise. Well, it must be true then. It must be true. So yeah, check out our website. Subscribe to our newsletter here at Nomad. Straight into your inbox. Yeah, follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. Join our Discord. Because it's full of cool people, like the people that have been chatting today. So, yeah. We just double Discorded, but that's fine. Yeah. Like I said, there's the League of Fury. No. League of Dracula? I can never remember which way around it is. One of those is currently registration stopped, but all the organisation is going on. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check it out. And if you're interested in a League of Talisman, let me know on the Discord. I'm just going to go on there as we speak so that I don't forget. Let me go on the Nomad Discord. Let me go on the Talisman. How